I'm on a mission to find the best off-meta teams, and I think I might have found something truly interesting, and it revolves around Mega Ampharos. So today, I'll go over the team, how it works, show you some games where I pilot it, and at the end, I'll share the replica code with you so you can try it for yourself. Starting off with the star of the show is Ampharos. Ampharos is a bulky trick room attacker, holding 15 in its HP stat, 15 in its defense stat, 32 in its special attack, and 4 in its special defense. With a modest nature, this makes Mega Ampharos pretty powerful and slow enough to generally be the first thing to move under Trick Room. I have faced into teams like Aggron, Mega Aggron, and my Ampharos has always gone first in that matchup. We're using Parabolic Charge as a spread electric type move on this Pokemon. It just gives us some sustain under Trick Room. It also works well with the Runigris, who we'll get into next, as it doesn't affect him but it allows us to heal off our opponents. However, in this slot, you could run Discharge or Thunderbolt instead if you're looking for more damage. Dragon Pulse is in here for some stab single target damage, and it really is a shame that Ampharos doesn't learn Draco Meteor, but we can't do anything about that. Dragon Pulse is the best dragon type move it's going to get. Now I'm running Dazzling Gleam as a way to help deal with dark and fighting type Pokemon, but this slot could easily be replaced with Power Gem or Volt Switch if you want a bit more coverage or you want to be able to position yourself a little easier. And then we are using Protect for survivability. Next up is Runigris. Runigris is holding 32 in its HP stat, 32 in its defense stat, and 2 in its special defense with a specially defense boosting nature. This Runigris is in here to set Trick Room for us and survive attacks. It's holding a Bright Powder just as a way to try and lower our opponent's ability to actually hit us. It doesn't go into effect that often, but when it does, it could swing the game for you. We're using Rock Slide as one of our offensive moves just to get some flinch hacks and to help get some spread coverage. Trick Room is for setting up our combo with our Ampharos, and Will-O-Wisp is for shutting down physical attackers like Sneasler and Garchomp. Now I am running Poltergeist in the final move slot just for some strong stab type damage into other ghost type Pokemon, like for example Frostlass or Gengar if we need to. Next up is Trevenant. Trevenant is running 32 in its HP stat, 14 in its defense stat, and 20 in its special defensive stat, with an impish nature boosting its defense even further. This Trevenant is running Harvest as a way to sustain its citrus berry that it's also holding. It just gives us insane sustain over a long period of time if you can get those harvest procs going off. Will-O-Wisp is in here again to shut down physical attackers if you have to run with Trevenant instead. And on this Trevenant, I am running Trick Room as well as just a secondary way to set up Trick Room if we can't bring Runigris for whatever reason, or our Trick Room goes down and Runigris is dead. We are also running Protect just to sustain stall out turns for extra harvest. And then Hornleech for some extra stab damage with some additional light sustain on top of it. Now, in this position, you could actually run Sinistra over the Trevenant. It does the same job, but actually I think Sinistra is a little bit better. But I'm really enjoying Trevenant, so that's why I'm using it over Sinistra today. Next up is Rotom Wash. It's a bulky special attacker and the first part of our outside of Trick Room comp. It's using 32 HP, 6 defense, 2 special attack, and 26 special defense with a calm nature. The Rotom is holding the Leftovers. Now, usually you would run either Leftovers or Citrus Berry on this Pokemon. Because we've got Harvest on Trevenant, we're obviously going to run the Leftovers on this Pokemon. We're using Hydro Pump as some stab damage into fire and ground type Pokemon. Thunderbolt for some further stab damage and some coverage into like water and flying types. Protect for sustaining. And lastly, I am running Will-O-Wisp, but not for any particular reason. This is just because I'm using this Pokemon in another team at the moment and I don't want to change it out. If you don't want a third Will-O-Wisp on this team, you can run Shadow Ball or Volt Switch here and you get more coverage and or maneuverability if you want it. Next up is Incineroar, just doing the usual goat things. For this Incineroar, it's a little bit different from all the other ones that I have ever showcased on this channel. It's running 10 in its HP stat, 32 in its attack stat, 13 defense and 11 special defense with an impish nature boosting its defense even further. This Incineroar is holding the Chople Berry, meaning that it will survive things like body press and it will survive things like close combats with this spread. That's its whole job, but we are using it as a physical attacker under Trick Room. Look, the Darkest Lariat is in here because it's just insane as an attack. It helps reduce the impact of highly defensive boosting Pokemon like Archaludon or anything that wants to use Iron Defense. It just removes that entirely. Flare Blitz is for Steel and Grass type coverage. Fake Out gives us just that early game pressure and stopping our opponent from moving for a single turn. And then Snarl is for controlling the special attack of certain Pokemon like, for example, Floette or Gengar. Even in some cases this helps with the Farigiraf matchup where you just want to reduce Farigiraf's special attack while it is setting up Trick Room against you, which is absolutely fine because 1, this team wants to be under Trick Room, and 2, we don't want them to be able to deal any damage under Trick Room, so it just works really, really well. Last in this team is Sneasler. It is the most used Pokemon in the format for a good reason. It does insane damage, it has insane speed, it learns Fake Out, and it threatens Fairy types. It's a lot for just one Pokemon to be able to do. On this Sneasler we are running 2 HP, 32 attack and 32 speed with a jolly nature, trying to make it as fast as humanly possible. It still will get outsped by things like Aerodactyl, so just be careful if it goes for a dual wing beat. On this Sneasler we are running the White Herb plus Unburden, however you could run Focus Sash if you so desired. Diaclaw is for dealing with Fairy types and the potential of giving us like a sleep or a poison on our opponent's Pokemon. Fake Out is for that obviously pressure and just giving us like a turn where our opponents can't do anything. And then U-turn allows us to control positioning, but this move could be Protect, or you could run something else if you want to, maybe even Upper Hand if you want to stop your opponent's Fake Outs. And lastly is Close Combat. This just gives us insane stab damage into Steel, Dark, and Rock types. I'm thinking things like Incineroar, things like King Gambit, things like Archaludon, Aggron, things that are generally pretty hard to get rid of. This can help make that a lot easier. Now, I was originally running Machamp in this slot, but the lack of speed options outside of Trick Room was hurting, so I did end up succumbing to the sweet temptations that Sneasler was whispering in my ear. Now, in terms of like switch outs, you could switch out either Runigris or Trevenant for Farigiraf if you want to. Farigiraf is a really good Pokemon in this team. However, I'm a big fan of these two Pokemon being not very meta, so I just choose to run them over that Pokemon instead. But definitely either of these Pokemon being switched out for Farigiraf would actually probably make this team a little bit stronger. So I would suggest if you're having a hard time with this team, try that out, switch out the Trevenant for Farigiraf and see how you go. For the matchups, there are a few options that can work depending on the team you're facing into. Into faster teams, leading with Runigris and Ampharos and setting up Trick Room is pretty powerful. If going into a Trick Room team, leading with Incineroar and Ampharos is pretty good too. This is because most Trick Room teams are running special attackers, so Incineroar can shut them down with Snarl, but also because both of these Pokemon want to be sitting under Trick Room. The hardest team to deal with using this comp is Floette. We really have to position correctly and get the Sneasler in to KO Floette early, otherwise the game gets taken away pretty quickly. Into Garchomp cores, Runigris and Trevenant has worked well for me as we resist the Rock Slide and Earthquakes they're going for while setting up the Trick Room on our own. Then Trevenant can Horn Leech away while Runigris starts burning our opponents. With that said, we have reached 680 subscribers on the channel so far, and I would like to thank you all so much for all the support. I'm pushing for 1,000 subscribers so that we can get monetized and keep increasing the quality of these videos for you. So if you're liking the wacky teams, please consider subscribing as it means a lot. Enjoy the games, and future me will see you at the end. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to deal with everything. The Draplin, we probably use Dragon Pulse. The Abominable is going to be a hard one because it's so bulky. Glamora and Slowking lead. Am I trading my Sneasler for Glamora here? Nah, I'm not. I'm not. Oh wow, Do we land a Hydro Pump? Okay, so that thing is faster than us. Sturdy. A fake out would have been so nice. I think I'm gonna double into the Slow King slot now. Oh my god, the Quick Claw, bro. Wait, I think he's going to set up a Trick Room here. Do I just bring in Ampharos then? I think I have to. Even though I might die. Oh, he goes for Sludge Bomb, okay. Oh, that does a lot of damage. And we pick up the Slow King, so it probably was better to bring in Incineroar here. It was going for Trick Room though. There's the Appleton, so what am I doing now? Am I trying to remove Glamora at all? I'm gonna, I'm gonna play this one like this. Just mostly ineffective. I'm gonna play this one like this. Unfortunately, I'm actually in this position now where I would have liked that Slow King to set up Trick Room, which kind of screwed me a little bit, but it is what it is. Because Ampharos is definitely going last. The poison too. Oh wait, we went before the Appleton, which is nice. We dealt 50% damage to it as well. He went for the Draco Meteor into that slot. Okay, so we know we're faster than Appleton. He's got leftovers. Now, if he wants to Draco Meteor, be my guest. Crabominable comes in. Now, are we faster than that thing? I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp it. And I'm gonna protect the goat here. I want to protect the goat. Can we land a Will-O-Wisp? We went for a Muck Punch. We do land the Will-O-Wisp. We're probably sacrificing Rotom here to a Draco Meteor. Oh my word, he went for Leech Seed. Now we know that Muck Punch is going to deal heaps of damage. Like, insane amounts of damage. So what I'm going to do here... is I'm actually just gonna let this guy go down. I'm actually just gonna let Ampharos go down because even switching him out means I just take unnecessary damage from stealth rocks. Like, because I would have to bring it back in, and I might just eat an attack. So I might as well just protect this turn away and let him go down. Oh, he lived. Wait a minute. Wait, actually using the parabolic charge then would have been the play on that turn. But we do still get a decent amount of chip damage off. Ampharos still goes down. We get some healing out of the leftovers. And we will bring in the Incineroar to drop his attack stats some more. The Stealth Rocks are going to hurt though. But that's going to make Muck Punch deal basically negative damage to us. I mean, does this KO? It doesn't. Oh, so he wasn't even going for Muck Punch. He might be going for Close Combat or Drain Punch. And we ate the Choppleberry. Yep, that's beautiful. Your attack is so weak right now, man. His attack stat is so lowered. Okay, we doubt to that. So now, does a Thunderbolt KO? It does KO the Crabominable without a doubt. And then Darkest Lariat will definitely KO the Appleton, surely. And that should be game. That should be the game. Yeah, that ain't gonna deal that much, buddy. It's a Thunderbolt. That should pick up the KO. The Ampharos living on 3 HP there actually did quite a bit of work because it got our opponents in range for us. And that is the first game. Very nicely done. Okay, next game we are playing into some weird shit. I'm just going to lead Runigris and Incineroar here, I think, against these guys. How do I deal with the Gallade should he bring it? And Ampharos does have Dazzling Gleam. And Chaludon requires Rotom. And then, yeah, it has to be this. The question is, would I rather Sneasler? Probably not. Probably not. Now, Sableye could be running Rain Dance, and it could be like Rain Dance a Chaludon. Which is like what I'm leaning towards here. Espathra. Just going to get a speed boost. But we're going to set up a Trick Room. Unless we get one shot. Just going to go for a Darkest Lariat into the snow. I don't think I'm faking out this turn. I mean, I could have fake outed, but then he definitely gets a speed boost. Or he fake outs on us. Okay. Here's the Psychic Terrain. That's fine. There is the Trick Room. The Trick Room. It's a speed boost. And we will send a Poltergeist plus a Snarl here, I believe. But if Poltergeist misses... Nah, I gotta go Darkest Lariat into this, I think. I just can't let him get any, like, setup bullshit going. Oh, maybe it was Snarl. Armor Rouge, okay. Okay, we missed the Poltergeist. That's always pleasant. And Darkest Lariat, does it even KO? I don't know. Imagine if we hit the Poltergeist, bro. Goodbye, Runagris. Goodbye, my friend. Oh, wait, we live that? Nice. Nice. Okay, so what we can do here is we can just Rock Slide now. And Snarl and lower that thing's special attack. Because we know Armor Rouge wants to fire off Expanding Force. We know it wants to. And should he switch into the Chaludon? That's actually fine for us. Okay, he maybe brings in Sableye again. Gallade. Interesting. There's a Rock Slide. We get a flinch here. There's a speed boost. There's a Snarl to lower his special attack. Okay, he got an attack boost. That's not good. And Armor Rouge flinched. Okay, so I have to land a Poltergeist here now. And I gotta go for a Darkest Lariat here. Now, we know we can't use priority moves on the Gallade right now. We know we can't. Oh, we landed it. He's about to get to attack by his Galadite. Boom. Should have Mega Evolved, but I don't think it would have made a difference. He was probably thinking he doesn't want to get the speed boost. He got KO'd here. Now, this game I don't even think we're going to get to showcase the Ampharos, but I will leave it in. I will leave it in. And if we don't get a chance to showcase Ampharos, I will just go to the next game. I think we've just won this one. I mean, like, what's he gonna do? Fake out me? Can't do that under Psychic Terrain, buddy. He's just stalling now, because why not? Well, I mean, hey, why not? You know you've lost. You might as well just, like, stall out of frustration. Just stall out of frustration. That's fair enough. I'll do the same thing if I was you. I'll do the exact same thing. No, I wouldn't, but I can understand it. I can definitely understand it. Yeah, so I'm just expecting him to fake out into this slot. Oh, he can't fake out. I'm cooked. He protects. He protects. Yeah, but you know, we're protected by your Psychic Terrain you set up, so your Prankster doesn't work. Which is pretty chopped that he doesn't know how Psychic Terrain works. Leftovers Sableye. No more Psychic Terrain. I just take out the Espathra and we win. Yeah, GG. So we didn't get an opportunity to trial out to showcase, sorry, the Ampharos, but we'll go another game. Okay, third game, and we are staring down Zoroark. I actually think outside of the Zoroark, Trevenant is pretty bloody good here. And outside of King Gambit, so is Incineroar. So, do I want to run Trevenant and Sneasler just in case he runs the King Gambit? And then this in the back. And the Rotom does pretty good here. So does the Incineroar, but I think the Rotom is the best option. Does Trevenant? I think Trevenant survives Scoutail Cleave as well. I just don't know if it survives a Zoroark Poltergeist. Or whatever that other thing is. Okay, so I am going to set the Trick Room, and I'm going to go for the Fake Out into the King Gambit. Now, the King Gambit might be the Zoroark. If it is, we know that he has King Gambit in the back. Okay, it is a Zoroark. So what we have to do then in this situation is... Oh, that's so annoying. We have to save the... Please survive, please survive, please survive, please survive. Oh, thank you. Revenant, you're my goat. We have to save the Sneasler for dealing with the King Gambit later on. Can we harvest another citrus berry? No, which means I do have to just protect this turn. And I will bring in the goat. I've got to try and get a citrus berry proc to survive a Bitter Malice after using Horn Leech. Hydro Pump, that's going to deal significant damage. Oh, that was so much damage. Okay, I'm going to, dude, does he just protect that now? I'm going to actually go for the KO here. Because the Hydro Pump is not very effective now, and the Thunderbolt is not very effective now. Massive. We should be able to clean up the Zoroark with the Horn Leech. We should be able to, but I'm not 100% confident on that until I see it. You gotta be fisting me, bro. Well, I don't have an eye. Oh, that was a big brain play. That was a big brain play. That was such a big brain play. Okay, hang on a second. What's coming in here? The King Gambit comes in. Okay, the Protect comes out. He is just stalling out Trick Room now. Parabolic charge hits into the King Gambit and to my own Trevenant. The Horn Leech is going to be basically ineffective on the Trevenant. I mean, on the King Gambit, sorry. He is stalling out turns of Trick Room at the moment. Now, do you think he ever just goes for a Sucker Punch into Trevenant? Check this out. Check this out. Or he might just protect. He might just protect. But if I can get a Will-O-Wisp onto... Yes, dude, we got him. If we can land this Will-O-Wisp, it's actually massive. We healed 1 HP from the Zoroark. If we land this Will-O-Wisp, it's so giga over. Yes, that feels good when you land an attack. Starmie comes in. Wait, I just protect this, don't I? I'm not sure about this Starmie. I know I've got Rotom in the back to finish it off, but like he could have Psycho Cut, he could have some sort of like Ice type move or anything that just fucks my Trevenant up or my Ampharos up. Ice Spinner. Oh, does this one hit KO? I know it's so strong. Oh, we lived. We lived. And he went for Iron Head. Okay, that could seal the deal. That could seal the deal. Okay, not quite enough into the Starmie. Oh my god, bro. We heal so much from that Parabolic charge on him. The real question is, like, how does he deal with my... Oh, we really wish I had Sucker Punch right now. I'm just going to sacrifice the Trevenant here. A miss would have been really nice there, and if I was playing that team, I would have missed. If I was playing that team, I would have missed. Now this should be free. He's probably going to protect. But what if I just U-turn and bring in my Rotom? Probably the safest play if he goes for a double protect. Oh my word, he landed another Hydro Pump. It's not enough to KO though. So now he's in the situation where it's like he has to like somehow defend this Starmie, and he can like Aqua Jet the Sneasel and probably KO it. but Rotom will pick up the kill onto the Starmie, and Starmie is the only threat that Ampharos has right now. Without Starmie on the field, Ampharos can come in and clean up Rotom easily. Okay, yep. We got the U-turn off. So he either didn't have Aqua Jet or he didn't click Aqua Jet. And now we're going to bring in Ampharos, and we won. And that's the team, guys. It really is fun. You'll see me in 1 second right now. Thanks for watching. If you like this one, you'll probably also like the team I made around Mega Beedrill, which will be on the screen now. Additionally, I've got the replica code up on screen for you now if you want to copy this team and try it for yourself. Give it a try. It's not the best team ever, but it is different and it's fun, so just give it a try. And if you made it this far in the video, I feel obligated to let you know that we have added memberships to our channel and super likes as we've reached the first stage of the YouTube partnership program. However, in saying that, I'm not providing really any benefits for doing the memberships or the super likes, but you will get priority responses to your messages through the membership program. It's just a way to support the channel. If you have a little bit of extra cash and you're wanting to give it away to a good cause, consider donating to us through that membership program or leaving a super like. It means a lot and I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.